Hi, it's Lay-Ean from Go Kids, where we empower your children to enjoy learning through fun, interactive, and educational activities. Today I'm going to talk to you about journaling and why journaling is beneficial for your children. I used to journal a lot in primary school. I used to write a lot about my day-to-day activities, how I feel, and what's happening until I reached high school, and for some reason I stopped journaling. Until recently I started to reconnect to journaling again, and I found it's so beneficial. So that's the reason why I'm doing a segment about journaling and get journaling into your kids' life from as young as possible. Couple of points that I would like to talk to you about is what is journaling, why is journaling important, and the benefits of it, and how do you get your kids into journaling. So basically, journaling is a way of connecting ourselves through wordings by writing. Or for young children, journaling can be through crayons, pencils, color pencils. How do you get your kids to journal? The easiest way to introduce journaling is you journal yourself. The kids will follow suit when they see you start journaling every day. But if you're not into journaling, this is where you start. Get them a book. It does not have to be an expensive book, but a nice one, something that they would really want to write on it. So for example, this is my journal. It's not an expensive journal. I got it for under $5 through Officeworks. So it's about A5 size, easy to carry everywhere and anywhere I go. And scribble. It doesn't have to be anything, just scribbling. And something that your kids would treat it as their best friend. This is important is the environment. Firstly, get them find a quiet space where they can sit down quietly and spend some time without the interruption of televisions, internet, PlayStations, or people around them. Give them the quiet space so they can write and concentrate on the writing freely for about 10 minutes, 5 minutes, whichever, or how long they want to go for. For preschoolers, 5-10 minutes is more than enough. For primary school or high school kids, get them to write as long as they feel like writing. So what's the benefit of journaling? For adults, as for me, for example, I find that journaling is a way to clear my mind on a daily basis, to reconnecting to myself, and to process the change and thoughts that come into my mind, and find out what is emerging in my life, understand who I am, what I want to be, what I want to achieve. And for children, a journal can be their close friend, where they can share their deepest secret, their fears, their disappointment, their happiness, sadness, and all the feelings that they might not find it easy to share or explain to anyone else. Now, one very important thing is they need to feel safe expressing their thoughts on the journal. The journal is meant for their eyes only. It is important that they have the trust that no one is to read their journal. Another important benefit that I find through journaling is it is very useful if your kids journal every day. It is a way they can improve in their writing skills, their language skills, their expression. If they do it every day, which means that they get practice on the writing. Why is it important that we encourage our children to journal? Journaling is basically to reconnecting ourselves through wordings. So it is a tool to enable children as well as an adult to express exactly what's on their mind and what they are thinking. There are times where children find it difficult in expressing themselves through words because probably they can't even understand why they're feeling this way. When you have a situation where your kids or your children or your child is experiencing an anxiety, anger, a frustration where they can't explain, the best way is to calm them down, put them in a quiet corner, and just get the journal out. Write it as freely as possible and explain why you're feeling this way. This is an excellent way to get the kids to express freely why and why they're feeling this way. There's the anger, the anxiety. And it goes the same way with teenagers. Sometimes we as parents will have moments where we find that difficulty reconnecting with our teenagers. We just find ways to understand them, but sometimes it's just not as easy. Get your kids to journal. Get your teenagers to journal. If they can't talk to us, talk to their journal. It is so important. Whatever they can't express, express it through their journal. By the end of the day, journal is a wonderful avenue to get the kids to investigate their feelings, investigate their dreams, to explore more about their deepest desire, their deepest feelings, their fears, their disappointment, what they are feeling. And if they can express freely without judgment, they express their authentic feelings and thoughts. It can be a very powerful tool for personal growth and insight. It can actually help them to resolve a lot of issues that teenagers face on a daily basis. Finally, one very important thing is not to worry about your spelling and punctuation. Just write and write without judgment. Let the thoughts and words just come freely. Being your authentic self is the most powerful journaling you can ever do. So I hope this segment is helpful, and happy